Why is Bitcoin up today? We're going to talk about it. We're going to do a little bit of chart analysis and talk about the Bitcoin chart as well as what is causing Bitcoin to see an uptick. Is this a false bull move, or is this really the move we're looking for as we head into the fall? Let's talk about it. Welcome back to the Blockhash Podcast channel. Make sure to check out our sponsor, NITROBETTING. They are the top Bitcoin betting site online. You can bet and wage in casino games, sports books, race books, video games, you name it. Go check out all the links in the description below and go to nitrobetting.eu to see all the action. And check out our Patreon if you want to get access to this stuff before it comes out. This is your chance. Get it on Patreon for the price of 2 cups of coffee a month before it's out on YouTube. All right, so we're going to talk about the article a little bit and some of the thoughts in it, and then I'm going to move to the chart, and I'm going to tell you what I'm seeing in terms of how Bitcoin is breaking down or breaking up at this point. So price is up today over 2.5% with a sharp upward candle here for mid-September, around 27.4. Again, we'll take a look at it as it adjusts. But one thing we're looking for is the FOMC meeting this week and what the Fed will do. Will they pause on rates or will they raise rates? Most people are saying, and so is JP Morgan analysts, that the Fed is likely to pause. What's interesting is inflation rose to 3.7% from the 3.5% in July. So is that enough to cause the Fed to come in and raise rates again? Or will they actually pause and hold steady to see what happens? That's what we're really looking for. But I think people are very optimistic they're going to pause. And that's why crypto is reacting so positively, especially Bitcoin. The August annual core CPI came in at 4.3, which is actually less than the previous month's 4.5. So even though inflation is up from 3.5 to 3.7, core inflation is down from 4.5 to 4.3. It's interesting. So the potential that inflation may reach the U.S. Federal Reserve's 2% targets is providing some hope that interest rate increases will pause at the Federal Open Market Committee, the FOMC meeting on September 20th, which will be Wednesday. According to the CME Group, derivatives marketplace with a global benchmark product that estimates interest rates shows a high probability that the Fed will pause interest rate increases, which is sitting at 99% as of right now. That's pretty confident. The graph points to a possible 99% chance of a freeze in interest rate hikes. The public sentiment shows confidence in the pause, and investors believe that this has created the possibility for a broad crypto market recovery. That is entirely possible. There's also a lot of institutional interest in Bitcoin that has been jumping in here at the right time. Everything from judge siding with Grayscale to BlackRock and Fidelity to Franklin Templeton also filing a spot ETF. The SEC has been trying to refuse them so far, or at least delay until October. Deadlines are set for October 16th now. Another postponement is actually highly probable. I think we all know that at this point. The SEC doesn't want to give any ground to this industry, unfortunately. But we pile on nonetheless. Meanwhile, Bitcoin price is showing some bullish momentum in the short term ahead of the FOMC, still flashing fear despite climbing slightly compared to the previous month. I mean, compared to where we were at the beginning of the year and late last year, or this time last year, we're not as low in the fear index as we were. So we're starting to really get towards the middle and average out, which is a good sign. Short sellers are losing. 50% of the futures market remains short on Bitcoin's price, though. Thus, a potential opportunity for a short squeeze and even higher BTC prices is on the table. So moving over to the chart, as you can see, we've had a nice climb in our funnel for almost all of 2023 until we got to about the 16th, 17th of August. We had a big liquidity event, pulled back, and now we've been ranging sideways. Now, this is the key. Can we hold this? Because when we look at the moving average, we are below the 200-day moving average. I don't know if you can see it. I'm going to close out the Bollinger Band here. But we dipped down, and in good old Bitcoin fashion, we saw a rebound just above it today. All right. Now, the question is, can we hold this? We need to hold this 200 moving average and come up. So My guess is we're going to sit around 27.5, but we might climb all the way to 28 sometime this week or higher. Because if we don't hold the 200, then we're looking very bearish, at least in the short term for Bitcoin. And we don't necessarily want to see that because we're already sitting at some crucial levels down here close to 25,000, which Bitcoin has held like a stud. But I'm telling you, we got to stay above that moving average. So on the Bollinger Band, we are, zoom in so you can see it, we are tapping through it. So the key here is that we close out above it today and that we move into the right direction. Who knows, maybe we could see a big candle come in by Wednesday, but the market is seemingly looking for a big move at this point. Yeah, the big thing is we held here, which is a solid sign. We got strength above 25,000, so we can always look back to that. The FOMC is putting us in a position where we're looking to see this happen. And the next big target breakout, if we can get to the top of this range, which has been as high as 31,000, is getting through 31,000. That is going to take some time because it is just as strong as 25,000. What's going to get us over the top? That's a good question. So on the RSI, we're looking pretty good. We got to cross above these. Sorry, this is the MACD. I'm going to pull up the RSI. Bear with me. It's a Monday. It's a Monday. All right, so we definitely oversold quite clearly back in mid to late August. But we've been able to climb out of this on the RSI, and we're looking to make a move to the upside. That's very clear and evident. We're in a very good position, nowhere near oversold, so I want to see us make a nice steady climb here. Pull up the MACD again. I'm going to go to Chris Moody. Same thing on the MACD. You know, we're staying green, moving in the right direction above the moving average. Like to see that. Let's back out to the weekly to see how we're performing. Bitcoin's interesting on the weekly. This is the first green weekly close that we've gotten so far. 6 days and 7 hours in, showing that we're likely to turn the corner. Every time we turn the corner, we usually get a nice run. All right, that's happened all year long, even a little bit in 2022. Every time we turn the corner, we get at least some kind of move. So I think we're going to get a push here, and this may be what we need to get through. Let's go into the 30 minutes to see how we're performing on the day. Yeah, Bitcoin's just moving along uphill. Looking good on the 30-minute here for today. I prefer to look at the daily. You get too tight, makes you go a little crazy. But Bitcoin is looking solid. So again, we want to see the Fed actually pause on rates come Wednesday. We got a lot of institutional interest in the market right now, which is fantastic. We just had Citigroup announce that they're going to be getting into crypto custody services, different products, as well as JP Morgan. You had, what was it? Franklin Templeton filing for a Bitcoin ETF as well, spot ETF. A lot of pressure. And those pressure points will give at some point, and we'll get a big run in the market. So we'll keep an eye on that. All right, guys. Make sure to comment your thoughts down below on what you think is going to happen to Bitcoin as we head into the FOMC meeting on Wednesday. Make sure to like the video and share and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. If you have, thank you so much. You guys are the best, and I will talk to you guys again tomorrow. Cheers.